is the coolest. Thank you.
The McDonnell Douglas, now Boeing, F-15E Strike Eagle is an American all-weather multi-role strike fighter derived from the McDonnell Douglas F-15 Eagle. The F-15E was designed in the 1980s for long-range, high-speed interdiction without relying on escort or electronic warfare aircraft. The United States Air Force F-15E Strike Eagles can be generally distinguished from other U.S. Eagle variants by darker aircraft camouflage, conformal fuel tanks mounted along the engine intake ramps, and a tandem seat cockpit. The Strike Eagle has been deployed for military operations in Iraq, Afghanistan, Syria, and Libya, among others. During these operations, the strike fighter has carried out deep strikes against high-value targets, and combat air patrols and provided close air support for coalition troops. It has also been exported to several countries. The F-15E's deep strike mission is a radical departure from the original intent of the F-15 since it was designed as an air superiority fighter under the mantra "not a pound for air-to-ground." The basic airframe, however, proved versatile enough to produce a very capable strike fighter. The F-15E, while designed for ground attack, retains the air-to-air lethality of the F-15 and can defend itself against enemy aircraft. The F-15E prototype was a modification of the two-seat F-15B. Despite its origins, it includes significant structural changes as well as more powerful engines. The aft fuselage was designed to incorporate the more powerful engines with advanced engine base structures and doors, which incorporate superplastic forming and diffusion bonding technologies. The back seat is equipped for a Weapons Systems Officer, WSO, pronounced to work the air-to-ground avionics via multiple screens. These view the radar, electronic warfare, or thermographic cameras, monitor aircraft or weapons status and possible threats, select targets, and use an electronic moving map to navigate. Two-hand controls are used to select new displays, and to refine targeting information. Displays can be moved from one screen to another using a menu of display options. Unlike previous two-place jets, e.g. the F-14 Tomcat.
My name is Portz, and I'm a singer-songwriter from Nashville, Tennessee, and I'm excited because today I'm going up in an F-15. I am looking forward to going really fast, hopefully doing some tricks that don't make me sick, and taking in the scenery.
Navy variants, his backseat omitted flying controls. The F-15E's backseat is equipped with its own stick and throttle, so the WSO can take over flying, albeit with reduced visibility. For extended range, the F-15E is fitted with two conformal fuel tanks that hug the fuselage to produce lower drag than conventional underwing underbelly drop tanks. They carry 750 US gallons, 2,800 liters, of fuel, and house 6 weapons hardpoints in 2 rows of 3 in tandem. Unlike conventional drop tanks, CFTs cannot be jettisoned, thus increased range is a trade-off for increased drag and weight compared to a clean configuration. The tactical electronic warfare system integrates all countermeasures on the craft. Radar warning receivers, radar jammer, radar, and chaff flare dispensers are all tied to the twos to provide comprehensive defense against detection and tracking. This system includes an externally mounted ALQ-131 ECM pod which is carried on the centerline pylon when required. The MIDS Fighter Data Link Terminal, produced by BAE Systems, improves situational awareness and communications capabilities via the Link 16 data link. The APG-70 radar allows crews to detect ground targets from longer ranges. One feature is that, after a sweep of a target area, the crew may freeze the air-to-ground map then switch to air-to-air mode to scan for aerial threats. During air-to-surface weapon delivery, the pilot is capable of detecting, targeting, and engaging air-to-air targets, while the WSO designates ground targets. The APG-70 is to be replaced by the NAPG-82, V1 active electronically scanned array radar, which began flight tests in January 2010 with initial operational capability expected in 2014. Its inertial navigation system uses a laser gyroscope to continuously monitor the aircraft's position and provide information to the central computer and other systems, including a digital moving map in both cockpits. The low-altitude navigation and targeting infrared for the night system is mounted externally under the engine intakes. It allows the aircraft to fly at low altitudes, at night, and in any weather conditions, to attack ground targets with a variety of precision-guided and unguided weapons. The lantern system gives the F-15E exceptional accuracy in weapons delivery day or night, and in poor weather and consists of 2 pods attached to the exterior of the aircraft. The ANOC 13 navigation pod contains a terrain-following radar which allows the pilot to safely fly at a very low altitude following cues displayed on a HUD. It also can be coupled to the autopilot to provide hands-off terrain-following capability.
Just finished my flight in the F-15. It was incredible. Huge shout out to the 4th Fighter Wing, Major Oldie for lining this up, and for Lieutenant Colonel Taylor for taking me up and being incredible. Also shout out to Switch in Blood, who went up with us in a 2-ship, and we did some really fun maneuvers. Man, thank you so much to Seymour Johnson Air Force Base for having me out. I'm super pumped to be here and to see some of our awesome airmen and aircraft in action. Just finished up my first flight in the F-15. It was incredible, had an awesome time. Huge shout out to Major Oldie for lining all of this up and for bringing me here, and to Lieutenant Colonel Taylor for taking me up and taking really good care of me and being my pilot. Also a shout out to Switch in Blood, who went up with us in a 2-ship. And thank you so much to Seymour Johnson Air Force Base for having me out to meet your incredible airmen out here and see some of your aircraft.